In addition to acquiring land and building trails, the district restores habitat for wildlife, including habitat for threatened and endangered species. Beginning in the early 2000s, the district observed increased amounts of sediment washing into Horseshoe Lake at Skyline Ridge Open Space Preserve. This spelled potential trouble for wildlife using the lake. The district decided to step in by smoothing some of the slopes above the lake and stabilizing them using native plants.
If nothing would have been done with the tree farm around Horseshoe Lake, in time we could have lost this special little corner in the hills. Every bit of our environment is important, mostly in an area where the population is very high and open space is so beautiful and precious to all of us. It is very rewarding to me and to my friends to accomplish this kind of tasks. Seeing a salamander, a newt crossing the trail, hearing the call of the frogs, being able to spy the deer in the forest, and seeing bobcats stalking the prey in the meadows is something priceless, and I feel it has to be preserved. The volunteers' projects are a great way to let people see how important they are, how fragile nature is, how long it takes to restore, and how easy it is to destroy.
The district recently completed major operations in a 7-year project restoring 13 acres to native oak woodlands. Volunteers are an especially important part of stretching limited funds and connecting people with public lands.
The planting project at the tree farm at Skyline Ridge was one of the first long-term projects I'd been involved in. Doing a multi-part project, working basically the same place, was a very interesting opportunity to get to know a piece of land. Finishing such a large project was very gratifying.
Overall, the project had a lot of different aspects. The volunteers had a lot of different jobs to do, which was very interesting. At lunchtime, staff members would also talk about the projects and the planning that was involved, the permitting that was involved. They're much more complex than I think the typical visitor might think.
The staff provides the backbone for restoration projects on district lands, from planning and permitting to site preparation to coordinating and training volunteers. The staff are there to guide projects to completion.
The people are fabulous. They like working with the volunteers. They provide lots of information. So it was interesting in that each aspect of it we were taught different skills. So over the course of working on this project, we planted plants ranging from grass seed, wildflower seed, acorns, and perennial plants, and each one of those had different ways of being planted.
The restoration ensures that Horseshoe Lake and the surrounding land continue to provide habitat for wildlife, as well as a scenic destination for visitors to the Skyline Ridge Open Space Preserve.
I hope to visit Skyline at least twice a year to see the progress of my babies, all the native plants that I planted.
I think everyone has had a really rewarding time working for the district on these habitat restoration projects.
When I went back to the first area we worked on, I almost could not recognize the place. Going back after the first fall rain and see the grass and wildflowers sprouting already was exceptionally rewarding.
It was really gratifying at the end of the day to look back at what had been a bare hillside with a few lonely-looking flags sticking out and was now a site covered in native plants.
I hope to be able to witness the growth of the seedlings that will come from our work and maybe see the tree growing adult. Our grandkids could never witness the beauty of these hills if they were not preserved for them. I love to participate to this program because you learn a lot about the local flora. The staff is very supportive and we feel important in the preservation of the land. During the project, you are able to meet and connect with people who have your same passion for nature and wildlife, willing to work for the community, ready to give for a cause. Great people.